the Crust Corner.
Mr. Corey Jacob, what is happening, brother?
What's up, buddy?
How are you, dude?
I'm good, man. Good
Awesome.
day today.
Awesome.
Good day.
Yeah, it was a great day, right? Beautiful outside and lots of activity, so to speak, within the realm of the pandemic and whatnot. Things are starting to open up a little bit, anyways. You know.
Yeah, I had the opportunity today to get down to Bad Sons, and they had their April Sours Fest. So a bunch of brewers from Connecticut came in and had their best sours to walk around and taste and stuff. It was really cool.
Nice.
Paul's band, special guest, they did a great job. And Heavy Drinking Podcast was there.
Yeah, that's
also
awesome.
So yeah, it was a nice event, man, and sold out. So the amount of tickets, whatever it was, they sold. They were all gone. It was a pretty packed event, but everybody did their part, right? You know, to feel safe and all that stuff. So it was good.
Yeah. I was I had jumped on live because I was watching those guys on the Heavy Drinking Podcast and trying to see a little bit. They had moved the camera at one point, kind of see a little bit of activity, but it looked like everything went smooth and everybody was having a good time. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, bro, for sure, 100%. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was nice to see that the weather kind of held out. A little chilly, but it was good. And we had those 2 shitty days of rain, and then it kind of cleared up, which was awesome.
Well, and I think somewhere like towards the farthest northern point of the state had like freaking 8 inches of snow yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man.
Crazy, dude. It's out of control. Like, what's going on?
So we had a couple of crazy weeks. I mean, there's always crazy stuff going on. Well, crazy in my mind, anyways. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Last week was, or 2 weeks ago, with the last episode we did. And actually, that was 2026. We're now on number 27, which I still can't believe.
I know, man. It's crazy. Wild, right? We're like right in the thick of two, like like a month into shutdown a year ago, right?
Yeah. And it's like to think at one point we were, it was like the dead stop, like kind of screech with a lot of things. I was like motivated to do the Crush Corner like every week. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then as we got more involved and we actually started to bring a lot guests that were further away or different guests and stuff, I was like, all right, it's kind of a lot of work. Maybe we should do every 2 weeks. I'm sure Dave would understand much more than I could, actually. But it is a lot of work, but I always love it. And the 2 weeks in between is nice to kind of like reset ourselves and then think about talking to new people.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Last time we had Wayne on from Hatebreed, which was awesome. Yeah, super chill dude. I really enjoyed that talk. He's really mellow dude considering the music that he plays, and it was nice to have him on. And we typically, the theme runs kind of through and through is that there's always something to do with beer. We enjoy ours. We have people on and we talk about beer. And he had the Breed Brew, which you graciously picked up for us, which was very nice of you.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
That was awesome to taste it and chat about it a little bit with him.
Yeah, very good. Hey, Christine, what's up?
What's up? Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, man. So, what do we got? Anything new product wise with the CKD clothing stuff? Like we can kind of reflect back on. I think in the last couple of weeks we did. We had the two. Well, I added the third. Actually, we added the third flannel to the other two that I came out with.
So now there is a nice little family of 3.
There is.
Which is awesome.
The trifecta.
The trifecta.
With adequately named the Crusher, the Killer, and the Destroyer. So they're and I dig them. They're super quality flannel.
Oh, very nice, man. They're awesome.
Yeah, I really like them a lot. So I'm stoked about those. Coffee mugs, they're going like crazy, dude. I had 3 cases of those things, and I'm down to, I believe, the last case. So
wow, man,
if anybody out there wants a campfire coffee mug, the big old motherfucker, you better jump online and order one up because they're going pretty quick.
Yeah, and keep posting your pics with them, everybody, too. And there's some great shots people are posting. It's awesome.
It's amazing what certain things people will gravitate towards, and those things are like, they really love them, and they're nice. They're heavy duty. I was leaving the shop today, and Katrina was tattooing this dude, and he's been in before. I don't know him, And he's getting his back tattooed, and he's laying there, and I'm walking out, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. And he's like getting his back tattooed, and he's like, yeah, I love the coffee cup, by the way. I was like, oh, great. I was like, did I get it? I'm like, no, he fucking ordered. He's like, my son stole it, and he's like, he's been using it for his cereal or some shit like that, which are awesome. You could use it for a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's great, man.
So we, like you said, it's kind of neat the way things turned out today. When I talked to Dave Brown about coming on, he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a thing to do with the Heavy Drinking podcast that day, anyways." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know if it would conflict, and I didn't realize they were doing stuff during the day." And then it was like this kind of nice mesh of friends and stuff, which I always like to see how we all cross paths. Paul, like you said, Paul's band was playing at Bad Sons. Oh. Those guys were down there. I know a couple other people that were able to get there. You were able to get there, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Jeff says he digs the coffee cup too. Yeah. Hi, Jeff. Thanks for
What's
my
gift
Jeff.
today.
Jeff brought me some very awesome gifts today, which I posted. They're super cool. So yeah, Dave Brown, my buddy from way back. It feels like, and I just was chatting with Dave before, and I told him how me and yourself were turning 50 this year, and it's hard to believe.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A lot of those guys came into the shop when I first started tattooing. They were probably, they had to be like late teens or early 20s, because they were talking, the first inception of the Lucky Soul in Ansonia was 20 years ago.
Oh, right.
Here it is. I was, hard to believe I was, 30 when I opened the shop. So old motherfucker. But Dave was coming. He was coming around with a couple of guys that had already started getting tattooed by me. And some of those guys to which he's now does the Heavy Drinking podcast with. And then it was kind of came to this point where he was ready to kind of be like, hey man, I need some ink. So, and then I tattooed Dave, and I got to know him a little bit better. So
there you go.
But as always, when we are busy with life, we don't really have opportunities to really chat and slow down. And I think the pandemic has given us that time. And I think
for sure,
when we do this stuff, we get a chance to dig a little bit deeper, and we're chilling, we're relaxed, we got no distractions, and we get to know people a little bit more. So I think we should bring Dave in and chat with him.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
David Brown.
Dude, I love the intro, man.
Oh, you know what? I was actually feeling like so much pressure tonight. I was like, God damn it, this is what Dave does. And I'm like, usually we'll come on, and I we go live, and I tell Corey, I'm like, I fucking forgot to press this button. And I like, yeah, I was like, but thanks, I appreciate that. Welcome to the Crush Corner, man.
Dude, I'm glad to be here, man. It's awesome. Yeah, it's weird being on this side of things, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm glad that you are, because I was really looking forward to it, because I've watched you do stuff obviously for quite a while, and listened to the podcast, and been on the podcast, which was a lot of fun. So welcome.
We love having you on.
Thanks, man. Jeff says hi, Davo.
What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, it's so crazy, man. I was thinking about pretty much the way we connected, and like I was saying, for me, a lot of it has to do with tattoos. You have this, this spot MySpace that brings people in, and then along the way, if I'm fortunate enough, I get to connect with people and actually become friends, and I'm glad that I was able to do that with you. So, but like I said, first things first, because you do the Heavy Drinking podcast, and beer, like I said, is always has always been in the center of a lot of our friendships, and time out at
for many years,
and time at the breweries and stuff like that. We like it. So I was gonna ask you what you're drinking tonight.
Well, tonight I'm drinking some Double Dubious from Bad Sons, because I was there drinking all day, and I figured, why not buy some to take home and just continue the trend.
There you go.
Nice.
That was cool. I got to see Corey for a little bit this morning.
Yeah, man.
Or this afternoon. I don't know what it was. It was this afternoon. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was I was chatting to Corey and I was like, go say hi to Dave, or like I was trying to see him, basically see if I could find him, get a screenshot or something, be like, hey, there's Corey. That's funny shit though, man. What are you drinking tonight, Corey?
I have some lovely Supernaut.
Ooh,
nice.
I almost grabbed that for my first beer because I opened my little beer fridge that's sitting right next to me, and that it actually fell out of the fridge.
It's an omen.
Yeah.
Like, drink me.
Yeah.
Drink me.
But I went with the Double Dubious instead.
Nice. I
Fantastic beer though. I love Supernaut.
Yeah, same here. It's a little on the lighter side, but it's nice and it's nice and crisp. It goes down nice and easy.
Yeah.
I was eyeballing it at the liquor store tonight, and then I because we're so close to New England, it's like we're so spoiled, and it's like we can have it all the time. And it's like let me try something else. But I actually funny enough, Tracy grabbed a 6-pack the other day, which I didn't realize, and I saw it in the bottom of the refrigerator, and I was like, oh, what's this? But she grabbed a New Belgian. It's Captain Dynamite IPA. I don't know.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've never tried it.
No, I never had it before. It's actually pretty awesome, and it's not like a real overwhelming IPA. So it's strong, but it doesn't taste strong.
Oh, there you go.
That's always good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. It's always bad when something's like high alcohol and doesn't taste it, because then it sneaks up on you real quick.
I know.
Lots of trouble.
Yeah, it's happened many a time. But so Dave, I want to ask you about the when you first got interested in the camera itself, what it was, with whether it was photography or if it was straight up film, or I imagine this is going way back when you first got an interest in it.
Yeah, I mean, it was shit. I started out professional. I don't want to say professionally. I started out in photography. But at the same time, my brothers and I always did action sports and, BMX, motocross, snowboarding, all that kind of shit. So we would always bring a video camera with us and just film ourselves either doing those activities or, stupid shit, even before Jackass, like we were doing Jackass style stuff. And I've got tape like that should never see the light of day.
So you're talking about a while back too, because this stuff is happening now. Obviously, iPhones and phones kind of took over. But what were you using back then when you guys were recording this?
I mean, we were recording to Super 8 tapes and mini DV and all that kind of stuff on camcorders.
That's cool, man.
With the screw on like big fisheye lens, that real like indie skateboard kind of look, like that's how we were filming everything. And like
that's awesome.
Very cool.
So we would do that, and we would kind of go home and make our own edits, and that's just I was like I said, I was into photography. My mother and my stepfather had a photography studio, so they were big into it, and my stepfather was big into film and video, and like it just kind of blossomed from there. Like it just kind of snowballed, and
so awesome.
Yeah, cool.
It just kind of became a thing from there.
So at some point, obviously this became a job. Was it did you just right away start with the freelance kind of stuff, or did you land a job doing this, or how did you get into it professionally?
I mean, professionally, it was kind of an accident.
Oh wow.
So I mean, we like I said, we were always into it. We always kind of did it. And my little brother actually said, "Oh, I kind of want to make this my living." And he started going down to Florida to Full Sail. And
what's that?
I was like, Full Sail's it's pretty much a specialty college that does film, music production, all kinds of like artsy, and they're like one of the top schools.
Yeah,
they're amazing. So he went down there, and I was like, oh, and at this point I was like fucking almost 30 already, like old. I had been working in my stepfather's factory and working in motorcycle shops and stuff. I had no idea what the hell I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to be a music teacher till I found out, I realized I was tone deaf and that's not going to work. The two don't go together at all. but I was like, oh, shit, that's actually a really good idea. So I found a small technical school here in Connecticut at Gibbs, and just took a digital media course. And I went there for 2 years or so, and when I came out of it, like I had one teacher that I really learned a lot from, and I actually got my first couple freelance jobs from him, and from there again, it just kind of snowballed. Like it was like, oh, this could be cool to like do as a job, and then I got my first couple jobs, and then from there it was a steamroller, and I was freelance for probably a good 11 years, just as that was my sole job. Yeah,
you were capturing just ran like tons of different events, or like hired for just about anything.
Yeah, basically anyone that would hire me. I got lucky, quote unquote lucky, in that I was working at a motorcycle shop, and when I graduated, I was working there, and it was a weird time in my life. And when I was graduating, they actually let me go. Oh, and it was a whole bunch of bullshit, and I won't get into all that and what the motorcycle shop was and all that kind of shit. But we'll get into that. But
it was a downtown.
But it was actually it ended up being a blessing in disguise, because I was able to collect unemployment and build my freelance career and get a couple jobs going, and from there I never looked back. Nice. And it was just on from there.
That's pretty wild. I have this almost similar experience, because it's like when that kind of stuff happens, and if you're fortunate enough to, like you say, collect unemployment, then you have this grace period to discover what it is you want to do and kind of follow through with it. Because the same thing happened to me when I got laid off from a factory, and I had already started like the tattoo apprenticeship, but then I was like, well, I'm collecting. I'm going to dive into it and see what happens. So I can definitely relate to that. It's pretty wild, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I definitely got lucky in that situation. Like, I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. Don't quitting your job and going after your dream. Like, it's something I would always tell someone to do, because I mean, listen, in life, that's the one thing I've always said. It's quality of life over quantity. Like, if you're happy, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. If you're happy, screw it all. Right. But at the same time, you got to eat lunch. So, if you're not so don't quit your job just to chase your dream if you don't have something to fall back on.
I'm writing all this stuff down, Dave, for new Crush, Kill, Destroy t-shirts.
I'll send you my invoice.
Crush, Crush, Kill, Destroy, quit your job.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, exactly. It is funny how things work out, though. It really is.
Jeff wants to know how long ago it was when that happened, when you got laid off and you had a chance to kind of pursue stuff.
So
quite a while back, yeah.
Yeah, it was. So I'm 41 now. Not to not to date myself, but I was 30. I was 30 when I graduated, so it was 11 years.
Damn. Yeah. Ryan said you old.
You're right. You're right. Oh, Ryan, that motherfucker works with me. Fuck that
guy. But I gotta say, you're aging pretty well, Dave.
Oh, thank you. I like to say, as long as you think young, you can.
Oh yeah,
think young.
I totally agree with that.
Think young and grow a beard. I think that's our secret these days. Grow a beard.
Well, it hides a lot of the wrinkles in the face, so you don't see anything.
Yeah, if I shave mine, I'm screwed. There's like definitely a double chin under there, and I'm not taking any chances. I'm telling you that much. I got chin envy, so I don't want to expose my little chin. I came across a picture of you. I swear to God, I thought it was like a movie star. This one here.
Oh shit!
Yeah, look at that.
That actually. So I got to give credit to my buddy Mike Musto, who's actually the photographer. So now I'm not freelance anymore. I went corporate. I sold out. I'm working. Yeah, I'm working for Contractor Nation, which is the national side for Connecticut Basement Systems, which anyone in Connecticut, or actually even around the world, knows. Not the world, but the states knows Basement Systems. And he took that photo of me when we were on a shoot. It was raining, so I was trying to cover myself in the camera to try and not get wet, and we were shooting something for our new gutter system, and he took that photo.
I thought it was Mel Gibson when I saw it. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh
yeah, no, he makes me look good.
He took a picture of Mel Gibson on the set of the Jesus movie. It's like the set of
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
I love how you just keep throwing it up there too.
But no, it's a great photo. You look damn good. Damn it.
Thank you, sir. I try. It takes a lot of work to keep this. I do nothing actually. I'm way too lazy.
So obviously you've had tons of experiences on different jobs, freelance jobs, stuff that you're doing now. Is there any one thing that really stuck out for you? A commercial, photography, whatever, something that you're like, something weird, something crazy, something cool, people you met, or think something that really
shit. Honestly, there's so many. Like I've gotten the opportunity to work on so many cool projects. I don't know what my favorite would be. I mean, I've worked at the Capitol Theater now for
that's pretty bad.
Probably going on like 8 years. So like I've worked so many concerts and gotten to meet so many friggin' people.
That's awesome.
I've worked on reality TV with Gordon Ramsay and American Idol and like all kinds of shit, and like done cross country trips with a buddy of mine that rides mountain bikes for a living, Mike Sedley. I've gotten to do so much. Like I traveled to Brazil for like this scientific instrument company, like as part of a job. Like
that's pretty awesome.
I don't know if I could pick. I don't know if I could pick like one thing that stood out, but I think just the cumulative experience has just been amazing. Just because there's so many different aspects, from the music to film. Like I worked with Robert Downey Jr. In close proximity, like as that's part of cool. Like his like home base crew, like like that dude was just so cool and like so down to earth, and you would never expect it really. Like it was just there's been so many cool experiences. I don't know if I could pick just one.
Robert Downey to earth. But it's, I mean, what you do too, it kind of allows that stuff to happen, because you're part of the what really brings everything to the people, so to speak, absolute necessary part. And it's like you are behind the camera, behind the scenes, so to speak. But it is cool that you have this like almost like granted immunity. It's like a camera guy, come on.
Dude, honestly, it's funny. Like I learned this even like shit back in my 20s and shit, when we were just walking around with a camera, filming everything. Like if you have a camera, they will let you do. And like if you just say, like you just carry a camera and pretend like you have somewhere to go, people will let you go anywhere. I'm gonna forget that like any of you just heard that, but basically carry a camera with you and you can go anywhere.
If you want any more information on how to get into places, just jump on dbstudio.com. For just $19.95, we'll show you how to fake your way into a concert.
Shit, that website hasn't been updated in I don't know how long. There's stuff up there. Who knows?
Yeah, well, you got your Instagram if people want to check it out.
There we go.
And then
dude, you're all kinds of prepared.
You know what? I try.
He puts in the work.
Yeah,
he does.
Well, it's a little bit easier,
man.
Now that I'm retired, I got some time I could focus on this stuff. Retirement has helped me.
You're not retiring.
It's like a pre-retirement.
I still have an elbow that has to get finished here. You can't retire.
Yeah. Liz, how are you?
Liz also has a podcast, and actually I've been using it. I don't know if you've heard this. I might have said it to you. I say vodcast now. I heard it somewhere, and I've been using it. I said it once, vodcast. And someone said, "What's a vodcast?"
Yeah. A video pod, yeah.
And I think I had that I think we were talking to Liz about that. So, but Liz has a great podcast. Keep that in mind. So, and she was a guest on the Crush Corner a couple weeks back.
Oh, sweet. Speaking
of the creation of the Heavy Drinking Podcast, I want to know how it came about, because I believe that when you guys started, how long has it been? About 3 years ago? 3 years now?
It's been about probably 3.5 years, something around there.
And when I was on there with you guys, I feel like it was pretty early on. I think it was
you were one of our first guests.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's like it feels like a long time ago, and it's neat too. Like, you guys, whose idea was it? Was your idea? Was it all you
No,
guys?
it was not my idea. I kind of like shoehorned my way in. I cannot take any credit for Heavy Drinking Podcast. Basically, Jeff Skews. No, basically Jeff Skews, Jay Crum, and Paulo Martins. Jay and Jeff I've known for a long time. Paulo I kind of barely knew. But we all used to go to this one Halloween party St. Patrick's Day party at a friend's house. And they got to talking and wanted to do a pod. They were just like, oh, this would be great content. Like, just sitting around drunk, hammered, like, what happens after a bar closes and people get locked in the bar, like, not when you get locked out, when you get locked in, those kind of conversations, when you're hammered at 3:00 in the morning and what happens. So they wanted to start that, and they started talking, and they told me about the idea, and, me being on the production side, I was like, well, I've got gear. Like, why don't we just
got some stuff.
Like, yeah, let's do it. So I kind of came in as their producer, and
that's cool.
And then it just kind of snowballed from there, and we started doing it. And again, like, having no marketing, we've never advertised anything. We've never tried to really do anything. But I mean, we've been going for 3.5 years, and obviously last year we hardly did anything. But it's been a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of people, and a lot of cool things in the Connecticut beer scene, and even New York and Mass, and getting around. So
yeah, it's awesome. And it seemed like, how do you feel now with obviously, like, this kind of spawned because of the pandemic? For myself, I was just losing my mind, and I needed that connection. And there has been a lot. I think there's been a lot of people obviously embracing Zoom or FaceTime more often, this kind of connection. So, like, do you see it yourself too, more like new podcasts popping up, or people talking about them to you, like, hey, I have a podcast too? Like, do you find that happening? Or
I mean, I see a lot of them. It's funny, actually, my buddy Ryan that commented earlier, he was just asking me about getting gear and stuff for one of his friends that wanted to start a podcast. And I just released the first episode of another podcast that I'm producing on Friday, the Ash Chat. It's called Ash Chat Havana. It's a cigar and lifestyle based podcast. I'm a member at a cigar lounge, and in the cigar lifestyle and all that kind of stuff.
I heard you mention that, dude, and I didn't realize that that's what you were doing. I didn't realize you were doing another one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what we did with Heavy Drinking Podcast, we were doing that once a week, and we just found out that was way too much. So we kind of backed it down and started doing every other week. And I've been wanting to do. It's fun. So we did an episode of Heavy Drinking Podcast live from the cigar lounge when I first started going there. Kind of like as a cigar and beer pairing thing. Yep. And once we did that one, I was like, I went to the owners, and I was like, we should do a podcast. Like, we should do a cigar podcast. And so for a year and a half, I've been trying to talk them into doing a podcast. And we finally got that going. And we decided, now that Heavy Drinking Podcast is doing once every other week, we're going to do that one once every other week. So now I have alternating weeks where I'm still doing a podcast a week, but now it's it's at least a different podcast. Yeah.
Well, I think that's one thing I actually appreciate about you, Dave, because you definitely and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you seem like a busy dude. So
yeah, I'm a busy dude.
But you've never come across to me with the stress that may come along with being a busy dude. Even
it's there. You can see it right here. This is all that stress.
Yeah, I get it. But I mean, you kind of go in, have these ideas or go into it with a open mind. You're like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. I mean, even some of the stuff that I've talked to you about and approached you with and asked you to help out with, you're like, yeah, we can make that happen. So you say yes to a lot of stuff, and then you find yourself with all these projects in it. I think it's pretty cool, personally.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like being busy, and I like, again, kind of going back to the freelance world. Like I like the variance in projects, and I like I guess the variety,
sure,
whatever you would say. But I'll also, like, if I'm going to say yes to something, I'm going to put my all into it. Like I'm going to go for it. So I don't want to say yes to everything, but I do want to say yes to everything because, again, I like being busy, but at the same time, like, if I say yes to a project, like, it's something that I want to see happen. You know what I mean? Like I have a genuine interest in it, so I want to make it happen. So I'm going to find the time. I'm going to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There's so you got, you were doing you were saying how you did the on location, right? At the cigar shop with the Heavy Drinking Podcast, right?
Yeah.
Was that one of the earlier things that you did on location? Because
it was.
Yeah, and it's like typically the Heavy Drinking Podcast is that it's just the podcast aired on like YouTube and a bunch of other platforms, but then you kind of, when you started doing the live stuff, you brought the video into it, so now you have another element, and then obviously with the pandemic, I've watched a handful of episodes that you guys have done with this kind of format, so it's kind of shifted a little bit over the course of the last year or so, obviously. But I have a clip from something that you did with me that is like a minute or so, so it's probably a good time to take a pee, but I
didn't know this was happening.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's a good clip, but I like the banter, and it gives people a good idea of what the Heavy Drink Podcast is all about. But we'll take a look at it.
Let's see it.
It's like a minute, so if you got to pee, take a pee.
All right.
We're back and sweaty with Jim and Presty.
And that's why a duck's cock is spirally.
I feel like we've gone over that a few times.
Yeah. It's always
now that the table's nice and clean, but a little sticky because of Jay.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, Jay, you're always getting things sticky.
I know.
So while we were cleaning up, we were able to wrangle up Jim Lopresti.
He's a very busy man today, so we're gonna take as little and as much time as we possibly can.
Also,
I'll give him my best 2.5 minutes.
I would like to point out that Jim is our first.
I think Tracy already got that.
I'd like to point out that Jim is our first repeat guest.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, let's clap for that.
Jim?
Oh, man.
There we go.
Don't spill your beer, dickhead.
Thank you, guys. You'll remember Jim from episode 5?
Yes. Void, it was called. We were drinking counterweight beer, and now here we are.
And talking about this very art show.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
How's your day going?
It's good. I mean, like getting the show set up last night and being completely stressed out and frantic and trying to like dial stuff in just to make sure everything looked good and it was safe and everything.
It's awesome though.
And now coming here, it's nice to kind of just be able to relax a little
everything
bit.
Looks awesome. The helmets are amazing. Like everything's so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, the setup is killer too. I like the 2 stories, having everything upstairs and a downstairs separate area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of freaking people here, man.
Friday night we were recording an episode, and then Dave had this idea to talk to you about us coming here, and we were all like, "Don't bother him. He's got a lot on his going on." And Dave was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna say it." And,
he's like, "Fuck him."
Dude. All right, so actually that answered the question from before. You were on episode 5. You were literally one of our first guests.
Nice.
Yeah, and our first repeat guest. Dude, I was literally laughing in my chair during that fucking skit though. I forgot. Dude, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that was a good time, but
that was so much fun.
It's nice to hear everybody, and it's such a trip because it's a really good representation of the Heavy Drinking Podcast and that is it in a nutshell.
Sorry if I keep looking down. I'm getting a couple texts from the show tonight because I got a couple people watching.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that
Fantastic.
was super cool, dude. Like, and honestly, being a guest on there early and then having watched you guys. What episode? I think he mentioned it today. You up to 100 episodes?
No, that was actually one of the funniest things. Is we've been doing it for X number of years, whatever it is, 3.5, almost 4 years now, and we're only at show 98.
Okay, so
today was 98, so that's not even like one when we were doing like a show a week, or supposedly doing a show a week, and we're not even up to show 98 in almost 4 years. That
slow.
The math doesn't add up.
Slow and steady.
Quality over quantity, Dave.
But to your point, you lost a year, right? Basically.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much all of last year we almost didn't do anything. So
yeah.
So how do you who's looking for guests and who's chatting with people? Is it you? Is it one of the other guys? Or
it was me. It was me a lot as the producer, but I try and get everyone involved because everyone knows different people. And honestly, lately I've kind of stepped back a little bit just because of my 9 to 5 and doing other things. And Paulo's been reaching out to a lot of people. Jay's reached out to a couple people, and now we have Tom M on the show. And he's a great resource in the Connecticut beer industry. Like, I mean, he's known. He's known by everybody. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but we'll find out, I guess. But so he's been able to reach out to a lot of people, so it's definitely taken the burden off of me of getting the guests, and I mean you know what it's like, to try and wrangle everyone in and get everyone online at the same time, and even when we're at the studio, it's
So do you have time for much freelance stuff as far as your cinematography and stuff, because you got the 9 to 5 now? Does it leave you any time? Have you backed off completely, or
I do a little bit here and there, mostly stuff at the Capitol Theater. I'll still do. Obviously, the past year I haven't done much there, but I would do, because a lot of that stuff's at night, so I can leave work, get down there, and work camera or direct a show or something.
Because I still need some work done, Dave. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
But yes, I've been. No, you can't even say that shit. I've been telling you, like, let's get this shit done.
Oh, dude.
So,
the pandemic, kind of depressed me a little bit. So I was
I get that.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to bring up the fact that you spent the time on the clip that we showed was from the motorcycle helmet show that I have not done because of everything that's happened, and hopefully bring it back one day. But you did the little mini doc for us, which was wicked.
Yep.
I still, every now and again, dude, I just jump online and YouTube it, and I watch it, and then I think about the behind the scenes and all the bloopers that you had and stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was so much fun to shoot.
I should have made a link to that if anybody watching. If you want to jump on YouTube, I think I found it easy enough by Googling the
it should be easy to find
upcycle helmet art show, and it came up pretty ezy for me because it's really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I love the way you put it together, dude.
Thanks, man.
And it's there's definitely, for myself, Dave, as an artist and living visually, which is what you do. I think it's hard when you are working with someone and you're especially, if I'm doing a tattoo for someone and they have an idea in their head, that's the hardest part of my job. I have to visualize it, imagine it, put it together, and hope that it's close or exactly the way that they pictured it. So you can, if I say, "Oh, Dave, I need a fucking documentary done, can you do this?" I might have an idea in my head as an artist, and you're looking at it saying like, "Yeah, I got this idea. Well, let's do this, this, and this." And then, you kind of hope that they're going to meet halfway and be like, yes, this works. But in my experience, even that little bit that you put together, I haven't seen a lot of the stuff that you do, but I found that why not? Well, there was that really weird, obscure website.
We don't talk about that one.
No. But thinking about the documentary that you did for the Helmet Show, and then when you were
actually reminds me of something else I want to talk about after this bit. So,
okay. But then getting it and watching it, and just watching it, and everything really just jives nicely, and I had this satisfied feeling watching this piece of art to me, because it's I mean, you tell me, it's a good eye. It's a combination of the way you put stuff together. It's some effects when you need them or not. It's the angle of stuff, and this is what you do. So,
yeah, I mean, there's
as an art form. It is a true art form, I think.
No, and I appreciate that, and it really is. Like, it's the camera, depending on the angle, the lens that you use, how close or far away you are from the subject, all of it tells a story. The lighting, everything. Yeah, absolutely. So, depending on the emotion that you're trying to get, I mean, even as something as simple as, I don't want to say simple, but something as simple as the doc that we did.
Yeah.
It's all deliberate. It's all done for a reason. Mm-hmm. Whether it be a high angle on coming in on a helmet art, or whatever it might be, it's all done for a reason. And it's a lot of thought, and to know that, like you said, to get your thoughts in line with somebody else's that's trying to get, because they already have a vision. Like you said, they already have a vision of what they want.
It's tricky, man.
And to try and get that from them and into your head, and then make that something that will translate well.
Yeah. Jay,
I mean, that's why I go to you.
Yeah.
Because I could tell you. I mean, listen, and I'm not trying to blow you or anything. Maybe later, but seriously, that rib piece you did for me, that was like my brother's memorial, that.
Yeah.
That came out better than I could have imagined. And I told you the idea that I had, and you took that and just ran with it, and it came back better than I could have ever thought.
Is this the part where you take your clothes off now, or something?
Yes.
Jade,
are the kids in bed?
Yeah. Our lovely. All
right, Jay's right. Jay's right.
He could be talking about either one of us, and it'd probably hold true. So
no, that's what I'm saying. He's right, no matter who he's talking about.
It's he doesn't know what he's talking about. always with the kind words. Always with the kind words. Well,
Jay's probably still drunk too.
Yeah. Get drunk, stay drunk, avoid hangovers, right, Jay?
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
But I really appreciate what you do, and it's definitely an art form, dude. I do very primitive, crude little stuff on my computer when I'm putting promos together and stuff, and that in itself, just to, like you said, convey some kind of emotion, and some kind of a feeling about it. Whatever it is you're doing now, for me at this moment, is like selling a product. So it's like, what do I want to show, and what I want to convey. So I have a little taste of it on the lowest level. And Jay's just kidding. I love you, gentlemen. Thanks, Jay. I'm supposed to ask Dave about his scar.
Ooh.
I mean, that could go so many different ways. It depends on which one.
Okay. You said you wanted to ask me about something, right? Did you want to ask me?
Yeah, no, actually. So what we were talking about earlier did remind me of an answer to a question you had way earlier, which I don't know why I didn't think of it at the time. Actually, I do know why, because that. But no, when you asked me what my favorite project was, there actually is an answer to that, and it's I was able to work on a documentary called The Henry Green Story. It's called I Am Shakespeare, The Henry Green Story.
Okay.
And if anyone has a chance, it's out on Amazon. Go check it out. It was very small crew, very, I don't want to say crude documentary, but very minimalistic.
Yeah.
And it's all local. It's a kid based in New Haven. Real basic story without giving anything away. kid who was raised in New Haven, you know, black kid, went through a real tough life, was living in the hood, lived kind of a double life.
Yeah.
And, you know, was running with gangs, but also was a Shakespearean actor.
Wow.
Like in high school. And it's just this really cool dichotomy. And it's a lot of him telling his own story. About, you know, kind of the double life, and you know, he was shot point blank in the stomach and barely survived, and like all kinds of shit.
God.
It's a really, really cool story, and I think especially in the last like year or two, a lot of what's been talked about with a lot of urban stuff and gun violence and all that kind of stuff. It was a project that I was really, really proud to be a part of, and probably my favorite thing that I've worked on.
So, and how long ago was it, Dave? I'm sorry. Was it pretty recent?
We shot that, I want to say 4 years ago.
4 years ago. I feel like I may have seen maybe a post or something that you had done,
I'm sure it was.
And actually, Christine wants to know what it was again. I Am Shakespeare.
It is called I Am Shakespeare, the Henry Green story. And like I said, it's out on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's out anywhere else or not, but I do know it's on Amazon Prime now.
Very cool. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Was he? Where was he from? Actually,
he was from New Haven, New Hallville.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So he grew up, lived in New Haven. And it's really an incredible story. Like it's like I said, we shot it very simplistic. There's very little B-roll. It's mostly camera on him telling his story, and the kid was just so well spoken. Like it was incredible. It was an intense like 5 days of shooting of just listening to this kid tell his story.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good stuff. So you do all right. So that's definitely a memorable thing. There's so I mean, you've done all sorts of stuff. The documentary stuff. Yep. I know you're involved in the 48-hour film project. Is that that's in New Haven? I don't know if I said it right, Dave.
Yeah, I've been involved with the New Haven 48-hour film project.
Quite a long time.
It's a worldwide competition.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, a producer friend of mine, Trish Clark, she runs the New Haven, I guess you'd say circuit or something. And the first couple of years I was a judge. I've competed in it.
Nice.
And it's basically it's a wild competition. It's basically from 7:00 Friday night, you're given like a genre, a line of dialogue, a character that you have to use, and you have to turn in a finished product film.
Wow.
By Sunday.
That's cool. Man.
And it's a wild competition. It's so much fun. Every time I compete in it, I say I'm never doing it again. And then as soon as I hand in the film, I'm like, when are we doing the next one?
Yeah. That's cool, man.
How long has it been going on?
Oh, that competition just in New Haven, I think it's been going on for probably 10 years.
Oh, wow. Nice.
10 or 11 years. But worldwide, I forget how long it's been going on.
It's a very cool initiative.
Yeah,
definitely puts. It's like almost like a reality type format, right? You got an Amazing Race type thing, right?
It really is. Like you got to put together, like, all right, how are we going to write this? How are we going to put this character in here? Like, how do we, where do we shoot this?
Corey just came up with a perfect concept. Like someone's got to film all that stuff. Here's Dave like freaking out. Fuck, I'll never do this again.
Every time.
You got it. That's it. Let's do a reality show.
That's it. We're doing it. Oh.
There you go.
You definitely have a more memorable stuff too because you've posted about it. And I made the post and people want to know about this thing, dude. I'm sorry. But we can. I like a lot of this photo, the little card thing itself. But I dig the camera because it's so interesting. I have no idea about it. But,
that camera is honestly not to geek out, but that camera is one of my favorite cameras that I've ever shot on.
I think it's insane.
Yeah, it's a not to geek out too much. That's a Sony F5. Great camera. Fantastic. Yeah.
So you can tell
my buddy Corey. So my buddy Corey, who I rented that camera camera package from. He's also the one who took these pictures. And he actually messaged. He saw the promo that I reposted, and he messaged me. He's like, "Dude," he's like, "that was the most fun fucking day ever." And it was based. So that is a Disney princess carriage. We were hired. I was hired by an advertising company to shoot a commercial for the Disney princess carriage, where we were shooting B-roll shots of the carriage and interviews with kids, and then introducing them to the carriage and different stuff like that. And I mean, obviously, I had to get in it.
Oh yeah,
I had to see if I would fit. You know.
Yeah, I was.
And actually, Gary. So our buddy Gary, who's actually the reason that I met you.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, because when he went to get his first forearm tattoo from you in Ansonia, I went with him, and that's how we first met. Yeah, but Gary actually has that, because at the end of the shoot they let me keep it, and he had his little daughter. I was like, this is perfect, so I gave it to him, and he still has it.
So Corey, Dave and I were talking the other night, because I had put the promo together, this picture, on the computer, and Andy came in the room. And she was like, "What's that?" And I was like, I actually don't know. Well, I was like, it's like a car or a car. I want that. And I'm like, I don't know if it exists. I said,
of course she does.
That was, he had to do a commercial, and he was, oh, it's awesome. I like it. I'm like trying to zoom in and figure out what it was. And me, I'd be on Amazon.
Yeah. So Gary, if you happen to see this and you still have it, Jim's daughter wants it.
Ooh, Gary.
Oh, and he commented.
Look,
how perfect is that?
Yeah, Gary, another beautiful person right there.
Gary is an amazing person. I don't see him enough, and I don't talk to him much.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a beautiful human, though.
He is, and I feel like I've had a chance. It's kind of weird because of this form of communication, or even just chatting, texting once in a while. I almost feel like I'm a little more in touch with him, which is kind of cool. So I'll, whatever we can get these days as far as keeping our communication open to our friends, you got to kind of take advantage.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, yeah, that's the facts right there.
You just really got to do it. So I would love to leave this picture up all night, but I don't know.
Hey, listen, doesn't bother me any.
Doesn't bother me. We'll look at it later.
Great.
Yeah, you could
it's on one of those obscure sites I was talking about earlier, so I'll go back. Gary wants to drive to my house. Come on over, dude.
Yeah, boop, boop, boop.
Well, we're just getting started. Come on over.
I wonder if the battery would last from his house to yours.
Oh, God, yeah. That'd be some shit.
Oh,
speaking of putting things together and commercials and whatnot, I have a promo.
I didn't know where you were going there.
I need to play a. Corey, we were talking about the. I don't know if you had a chance, Dave, because I know you're busy. Jump on the site, the third flannel that I just put out.
I did see that, actually.
Yeah, so I'm going to play this quick little snippet of that in case these guys didn't see it yet. It's super quick. There. The killer. I dig that one. I dig the color scheme on that one. I gotta hook up with Steiny. So I gotta get one to Steiny, because he's done a lot of stuff for me as well. So I need to hook him up with one of those. And that's the dude in the video is Tony from Microprint in Wallingford. Those guys are awesome. They're super cool. They're doing it just because I obviously I can't, or I don't do embroidery, so they're embroidering the flannels, and they're quick turnaround time. They're super cool guys, real down to earth. They're skaters and into tattoos and shit like that. Which is actually a good segue to talk more about extreme sports stuff with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned it, and I know were you doing stuff yourself, Dave? Were you into you were riding BMX for a long time, right? And
Yeah, I was racing BMX. I was racing motocross mostly.
That's right.
Snowboarding, wakeboarding, little bit of skateboarding, not all too much, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you eventually got into you were filming all this stuff too at some point, and probably still do. I would imagine you get out and do stuff.
Little bits I do now.
Yeah. So you but you were saying earlier you kind of your brother Tony that passed, he was into this stuff as well, right?
Oh yeah.
And he and you were kind of were you like along the way doing stuff with him and interested at the same time, or
we were interested at the same time, but interested kind of in different things.
Yeah.
He was definitely more the skateboarder, snowboarder, wakeboarder, kind of board sports type of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I loved wakeboarding, I loved snowboarding. I wasn't good at skateboarding pretty much at all. But he really excelled in those.
Yeah.
And he raced BMX too a bit. Never really got into the dirt bikes and the motocross as much. I was more into the motocross and dirt bikes and BMX. But he was, without a doubt, he was definitely better than I was, which always sucks to, admit that your little brother is better than you at something. But both of mine always were. So.
Oh, you are the oldest dude. You old.
I am. Yeah. I'm the old.
So you came to me with the tattoo idea, which was a memorial for Tony, and that is how we met. And you and I have talked about it briefly. We didn't. You talked about it with me, and I remember the story, but I don't know the whole story. What happened, Tony? And if you're cool with talking about it, dude.
Always.
Only because I think it's the reality of life, and it's something. And you honor him every year. I see you post pictures, and I love it, and I think it's awesome. But he was a young guy,
he passed when he was 24.
24, and it's been how long?
It's coming up on 12 years now.
So I got a picture of you guys. So I really like the picture of you guys.
Dude, you couldn't find one with me with like some kind of facial hair. Come on.
Gonna say, not for nothing. Don't ever shave, by the way. But, so you got. Because I know better for myself. I'm not going to expose my chin. I'm telling you.
Listen, you're not the first one to tell me that. So
no, the beard is awesome. So it's you
bad beard game.
Dave, Dan, and Tony. It's an awesome shot. So yeah, he was a young guy, man. I don't remember what happened. If you don't mind talking about it.
No, not at all. It was basically a hospital error. He had a rare blood disease. Like I said, he was in school in Florida. Yeah. And at one point, there was a point in January where he had about I don't know. Something happened. He passed out.
Yeah.
No one knew where he was. They found him. He actually almost died at that point.
He was down at school when this happened.
Yeah, he was down at school when this happened. Yeah. It was actually his last year in January. And luckily they got him in time, and he made it through and all this kind of stuff. It was this rare blood disease called TTP, and I honestly forget what it stands for, and I just kind of blocked all that out. But whatever.
Yeah.
But so long story short, ended up getting over that. He was back home for a while, and I remember it was 4th of July weekend, and he had another little seizure or something to do with that blood disease. Yeah. And we ended up catching it really quick, and he was in the hospital again. And part of the treatment was a transfusion, a blood transfusion for a plasma transfusion.
Yeah.
And and when they had a PICC line in his neck.
Yeah.
And when the nurse was taking it out, she fucked up, didn't take it out correctly, and got an air bubble in his system.
I do remember you talking about that actually, just a while back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's funny, but it's kind of ironic. He was supposed to go home the following day. Like the next day, and my mother, because he was done, my mother was also fucked up, and she had just had neck surgery, so she was in the hospital 2 floors up. So they actually have a picture like from that night of like him visiting her in the hospital bed, like after she had just gotten out of surgery.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went back down, and the nurse fucked up taking out the PICC line, and that was pretty much it. Gave him an air embolism and basically a heart attack.
Christine seems to, it's a big word, which
that's a big word.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And Christine is a cancer warrior, and she's got all sorts, she knows all sorts of
no shit.
About getting poked and prodded and treatments and all sorts of stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy, dude. This is like this life stuff. I mean, this is something that's obviously unexpected, and it's it's like I've watched your family kind of do some things that really pay homage to Tony, and you've developed a lot of good out of this. And it's a heavy thing, and I couldn't even imagine trying to relate fully, because there's loss at all certain levels, and it can be a dad who's in his 80s like myself, or the expected kind of things. But when you get into it's like I said, loss is loss, but it's in different ways for different reasons and all sorts of. So it happens, and then you are in this point in your life is like, where do I go from here? Where the fuck do I go from here? And I've seen you guys do a lot of really great stuff, as difficult as it can be on the family. You've the foundation that was started, and I don't know how active that is anymore, but
unfortunately it's not very active right now, but we have talked about bringing it back and starting to do a little more with it.
Nice.
That's great.
Because my mother, it was her idea. She's the strongest one out of all of us. Seriously, that bitch, I don't know where she gets it from. Don't tell her I said that. Don't tell her I said that. I've been drinking all day.
I gotta get my edit software over here.
No, but seriously, like it was kind of her idea. And we just decided to create this foundation because my brother was in action sports and film. Like, same thing I am, awesome. My brother. And so, we decided to create this foundation to help other kids that didn't have a path to learn film or learn action sports or something like that to try and like kind of get that. And unfortunately, it kind of life gets in the way, and it's kind of taking the back seat. But
definitely, man.
My mom's still been very active.
I mean, she's
grief counseling and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's
I believe, and I don't know, Corey, if you know this, and no worries. I feel like some of the grief kind of stuff that she was involved in, I think that our buddy Joe's mom and sister at the time, they were going to the same one. He
the Joe, Compassionate Friends, probably.
Yes, absolutely. Because Joe lost his nephew, his sister.
Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier.
And his mom, I was tattooing Joe's mom, and she said, I think I met someone that you tattooed, and it was your mom. So it was.
Because my mom's gotten 2 or 3 tattoos from you at this point.
She has. That's right.
Yeah.
and then you guys did you also did the brown stock, which I know kind of obviously with stuff going on, it's hard to do. But again, life gets busy. But that was another cool little.
Yeah, brown stock was awesome, and you guys at Lucky Soul, you guys were generous enough to donate a bunch of gift certificates for us, and that was something that came out of like I said, we started the foundation, as kind of like a remembrance to my brother, but like I said, my mom, God bless her, she's probably the strongest one, but also she was doing a bunch of sad shit, and my brother and I were just like let's do a fundraiser or something that's like not so sad. Let's have a party.
So like a life celebration.
So we came up with the idea for brown stock, and it basically ended up just being a backyard barbecue party in my parents' backyard, and like we'd invite all our friends, we'd have raffles and bands and all kinds of shit, and it was great. We did it for 3 years.
It was it was always during the day, and I was when I used to work hard, I would like
before retirement.
Like never, I did manage. I did manage to sneak out for a short period and come up there, and I thought it was super cool, man. So awesome.
No, that was always a great time, and a good buddy of mine, Ben Zidell, who was one of Tony's classmates down at Full Sail. He came to one of them, and he made an amazing friggin' wrap up video that really just captured the whole thing. And it's up on, if you go to the site Vimeo, Vimeo, and just search Brown Stock, you should be able to find it.
Nice.
Woo! Exactly.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Ben did a great promo sizzle kind of like wrap up video for us, and it really captured the entire thing. And it was really cool to have Ben do it too, because like I said, he was. And I'm sorry, Ben, if I get this wrong, but I don't know. He might have been Tony's roommate. I don't know, but I know he was a classmate. I know he's a really good friend, and that's kind of how we connected.
It's so crazy the time gone by, dude. Now we're getting to.
Oh, dude, I remember nothing.
Points in our lives where we're like, I literally something happened to me similar to the other day, and I was like, I couldn't even like. Oh, you know what it was, dude? Actually, no. It was today. It was today.
It was today. It was last week. No,
all right. I'm not that bad.
It was, yeah. And I was probably watching you guys, today, and I then like my
all
face.
Right, that's fair.
A memory thing. It wasn't a memory. It was something I posted years ago. It was actually a picture of beer. Well, what else is new? And then my buddy commented that I just happened to. It was his anniversary. I said, "Hey, what's up?" So he commented on it, but it was an old photo, and he was like, "Wow, this is so long ago. I definitely need to bring some more beer when I come into town again." And I'm looking at the photo, like I posted it. It was a bunch of cans, and it was like, "Thanks, Bob." I'm looking at it like I can't fucking remember. I don't even know what house this is in where I was when I posted this photo. And I'm looking at the beers like, did I like these? I don't even. So it was like, I was like, what the fuck? Like I could not remember, dude. It was fucked up.
Oh God.
So yeah, there was the brown sock stuff. That's cool shit. So I wanted to ask you, Dave. I don't know if you were just interested in it or if you guys had a hand in anything to do with Heel, the HEAL.
Yeah, that was my other brother's clothing company.
So that was Dan's. That was Dan's. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I was trying to remember.
I guess technically still is, but
is he still doing it.
It's kind of dormant, but yeah.
And at one point, did that clothing come across, or did you guys meet Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden? Am I making that up?
So you're not making that up, but it was actually my mother who met him.
She did meet him. Was it because
it was through the grief shit?
Oh,
yeah. So she was down in Florida for, I'm just gonna call it one of her grief people meetings because that's basically what it is.
We are the grief.
But yeah, Nico McBrain, the drummer for Iron Maiden, was friends with the person who was running the entire thing.
Wow.
And, she actually met him because my little brother Tony, he was a big Iron Maiden fan.
Yeah.
Huge Iron Maiden fan. And yeah, she got to meet him and actually like talk to him, tell him the story, and like, he was there for the grief conference thing. So like he already kind of knew like what it was about, and
wow.
And I'm extremely pissed that we didn't get to take advantage of it because Iron Maiden was doing a tour at that time, and they were coming to New York, and he offered like backstage tickets and stuff, like, and we couldn't take advantage of it. And I forget the reason why, but I just remember being so pissed that we couldn't take advantage of actually going and meeting those guys. But yeah, my mom got to meet Nico.
So that's awesome. So I mean, obviously, Dan put this shirt together because of the lettering for Iron Maiden type stuff. Yeah. And Heel is helping
extreme athletes live. We started that. He started that. I forget the year now, but he started that for like I said, we've always been into extreme sports and all that kind of stuff. And a buddy of ours who was a professional motocross racer, Doug Henry, ended up getting paralyzed in a supermoto accident.
Yeah.
And so he started that as a way to like just kind of bring awareness and raise money and help out extreme athletes. And a percentage of all the proceeds was donated to, I think it was Athlete Recovery Fund or something like that donated to help extreme athletes and get them back on their feet. So I guess, so to speak. Sorry, Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how the company was formed, and he ran that for quite a few years. And he still owns it. He still keeps saying he's going to get it going again. But like I said, life gets in the way. The dude got married.
It does.
And things happen.
Life takes over.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude, because I was when I was creeping you and looking through photos and stuff, I was
Creeper.
I kind of remembered the story with your mom and Nico and me brain, and I was like, I forgot the involvement, and then I kept seeing you and Dan with some of the shirts on. I said, "This guy have something to," I mean.
Well, it's funny. Like the two actually didn't have anything to do with each other. Like we just Dan made that shirt just because Tony was an Iron Maiden fan. And then my mom just happened to meet Nico McBrain at this function that she was at in Florida, so cool. And the worlds just kind of came together.
Divine intervention.
Yeah, as things kind of happened, it just seems the way that things happen.
It's crazy. So obviously, this is a huge, aside from the sports and stuff, obviously, and we've seen each other at some shows out and about and stuff. Music has always been a big part of your life.
Oh yeah.
And you're you've had a chance to film a bunch of really big acts, especially being at the Capitol Theater.
I was about to jump in there, but I thought I'd let you get it on your own.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I got to
no problem.
Keep the synapses firing.
I knew you could get it.
Thanks, dude. I know. But but you also been playing you've been playing drums for quite a while too, in and out of bands, and I know you're probably, or I think currently in one. Obviously no one's really doing anything right now, but are you looking forward to getting back? Are you looking forward to getting back to playing and stuff?
Oh, dude, I fucking can't wait. I've got band practice tomorrow. One of my bands has a few gigs booked right now. Going through November.
What band is it?
So I've got a new band called Get Lit. Which you can find on you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. We're
awesome.
Cover,
right.
We're a cover band. We're
nice,
high energy.
It's fun.
What type of music?
All that kind of stuff. Fucking everything. R&B, rock,
nice,
punk. Whatever. It's a lot of the fun, danceable.
Nice.
Party bar music. Not the typical stuff, but
yeah.
There you go.
More like stuff we could relate to and we would have fun with.
And we've had a chance to gig together. Actually, we've gigged together in the
past.
Dude,
on my time hop, our show at where the hell was it? Stella Blues came
Blues.
on.
Oh,
when it was Jabrones, you guys, and Snap. Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Dude, that was a fun show.
You does Lit have a gig at Main Street
Tavern? We do. Hang on. Let me look up the.
That's one of our. I think that's one of our favorite locals. Jeff likes it. I like it. Retro
cool place.
Played there a bunch. King Sexy's played there a bunch. So yeah.
July 16th.
Oh, make a note.
Make a note.
Yeah, July 16th we will be.
Get Lit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out.
And actually, Dave, we played the Frog Pond when it was the Frog Pond.
Yes.
We played Frog Pond together.
Yeah. we did that with Gargamel.
That was a shit show. I love those guys, by the way.
Gargamel's great, man.
They're cool.
Wow.
We played with them at New England Brewing Company. Actually, Gargamel and Retro Boss played there together.
That's right.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was wicked. But that's cool, dude. So, do you have a chance to practice or anything, dude? You got an electronic kit or anything? That's not crazy.
I want to get an electric kit and put it right here, but then I'd have to move my beer fridge. And that's a hard.
That's tough.
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't get to practice a lot at home, but fortunately, my bass player doesn't live that far away, and he's got a drum kit at his house where we practice. So we get together once in a while, and yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get back to playing, man. It's
awesome.
It's something I've missed for a long time, and luckily, even over the past year, like I've gotten to do a couple gigs with a few people.
Yeah.
You know, my guitar player used to own the Acoustic Cafe in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
So we did a couple shows over during the pandemic. We did a couple fundraisers with crowdless shows and stuff there, and we were able to still play.
I did catch one of them actually. I did see one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, we got two road trip comments in a row. Like,
where are we going?
Road trip.
Kids are coming down here to see you.
Coming on. Christy says road trip, and then Liz, who is up in Canada, says road trip too. Come on down.
Oh, fuck yeah! We will make it worth your while. Tell us what you want to play now, so we can learn it by then.
Yes. All right. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, extreme sports, music, beers, cigars, craziness.
Yeah, man.
We, you and I obviously have an interest in beers. We've gotten together plenty of times. Some nights that are not, so we can't really remember them, but they were a good time. But there's just so much happening, and obviously you guys do the Heavy Drinking Podcast, dude. There's so much happening in the beer world, and with beer, it's been like explosive. Obviously, you guys see that it's like hard to keep up with, and it's like,
it's insane.
Are you listen, Aiton made and everything. So Liz is enjoying some beer tonight too. So what are you into these days, Dave? Because it's like I have my solids as far as the type of beer.
I should have to get another beer soon.
I'm definitely should grab a beer if you want to grab a beer.
I'm going to answer this question first, and then I'm going to grab a beer.
Well, it could be. I don't know. It could take a while. I mean, I could give you a chance and do another promo if you want to sneak a beer in there.
Well,
I got plenty of.
All right, do a promo.
If you want to sneak in,
do a promo. I'm going to get a beer.
Okay, get a beer. That's definitely one of my favorites because the end of it has the saying that's like, see, Crush, Kill, Destroy is a manifestation of ideas from all of us that are traveling on a different path with our best foot forward. And it's like, I think the people that I cross paths with or connect, and then we have come and talk on the show and get a little bit deeper with stuff are exactly that. Like, it's, and there's like, whatever you do, it's nice to meet someone that has this energy about them that has the want or the desire, the ability to kind of approach what it is that they do with this like, yeah, fucking, this is what I do and this is what I'm gonna do, as opposed to maybe dragging their feet and be like, fuck, my life is miserable. I mean, you got a lot of shit going on, Dave, and you're like I said, my impression, I mean, everybody gets fucking stressed out, but you are putting both feet into what you do. You're stoked about playing the drums again and getting out there. The Heavy Drinking Podcast looks like you're having a good time and you're enjoying it, and all these other side things.
Started a new one.
Even when it's like you said before about the 48-hour New Haven 40-hour, you go through this heavy shit like, oh, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? But the enjoyment is there. And in that moment, you're still giving it your all. And then it's done. You're like, fuck, I can't wait to do this again. Like I've had motorcycle weekends like that. I do one big one. I try to every year, and they're exhausting. And it's miles and miles, but you're in it. And you're loving it. It's just crazy biker party. And you're like, fuck, man, it beats you up. And you got to like drive home hungover or whatever. You're like, ah. And me and Jeff, that that like I do a lot of riding with him. We're just like, we got nothing left at the end of the week, and we're just drained. We're like, oh, you're dirty, you smell. It's like we put on 500 miles, and then we get he goes his way on the highway. And I get home, and he texts me. He's like, dude, that was fucking awesome, and that's really what it comes down to. So.
Yeah. That's all. Dude, I always think like things could be so much fucking worse. Like I'm gonna complain about going to work every day and getting to do. I mean, listen, like I said, I'm on the corporate side of it, and like it's kind of different and it's weird, but like I still get to go to work every day and be a camera op and like a DP and light scenes and like I still get to I still get to do what I want. Like what do I have to complain about? Like things could be so much fucking worse.
It's all about perspective,
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, Taya jumped on tonight. Yay.
What up, Taya?
You say bear like East Coasters. I
Wait, what does that mean?
I don't
know.
No,
it's called beer.
It could be me, dude, because I've been called out before. Like Tracy's like,
what's like East Coaster? Like,
well, I say it like like it's the animal because Tracy is pointing it out.
Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're weird. Oh, so you're the weird ones. That's not East Coasters. That's just Jim.
That's just I did. It is me, Taya. Yeah, for sure. Tracy points it out all the time. That's
yeah, that's just Jim. It's beer.
Yeah,
it's beer. Not. Yeah,
I actually
it's beer with a B.
I've tried to practice it to say it better, but I don't know.
Oh, well, then you got the Boston accent from Christine. It's beer.
Beer.
Oh yeah, that's totally different. That's just not even English.
Well, they just brought us back on track. So it's like bear. Bear. What kind of bear? What kind of bear are you into? So
that's right. That's what you were asking.
Yeah, seriously. Like I mean, like you and I, a lot of us, we were digging on the IPAs, and again, there's just so much stuff out there. I've been trying to do like lighter stuff, or I've been really enjoying like pilsners and stuff like that lately. But what about yourself, Dave?
Honestly, dude, I've been, especially during the pandemic and like spending a lot of time at the cigar lounge and everything, I've kind of been off of beer mostly. Like I've been doing a lot of like scotch and whiskeys and bourbons. I don't know, like beer's just like, it's just gotten, I think I'm just over the IPA thing, honestly. Sure. I mean, as I sit here drinking like a double IPA from Bad Sons, but but like no, I kind of got burned out on it. Like it's just kind of like like it's just all there is, and there's so many of them, and there's so many that are similar. Yeah. And I think I just kind of needed a break, and like I just went back to like the scotches and whiskeys, and
it's the ebb and flow of what we like, and you got to kind of do that.
Any favorite whiskey or scotch of yours?
Yeah, good question.
Ooh, I really love the Angel's Envy Rye. It's a really good bourbon.
Angel's Envy.
It's Angel's Envy Rye. I'm trying to look and see what I've got. The 1796 Bellis bourbon. I've got a bottle of Michter's Rye. It's all there's so many good ones.
Such a good year, 1796.
I forget what happened that year, but that's why the bottle is named 1796. It's some American like history thing. Someone in the chat could probably tell us, but I have no idea.
Tequila.
That part has gone.
You like tequila?
Tequila shot. All right, tequila shots. I can deal with that. I can fuck with that.
There's some good stuff out.
I've gotten into a lot of rum lately too.
Ooh.
So you're definitely pairing this stuff, like you're saying, get away from the bear a little bit, and you're pairing it with cigars. So you really got. I mean, I know you've been into it for a while, but you really obviously you're doing the new podcast with the lounge, and you're getting into cigars. You got it. Same thing with that. Is there something that you would go for? You're saying, I need this. I want this kind of cigar. I'm gonna enjoy this one tonight.
Yeah, I mean there are different. So the podcast you're speaking of, we actually just released our first episode on Friday. It's called Ash Chat Havana. That's ASH, not ASS. Ash
Ash
Chat.
Ash Chat Havana.
Ash Chat Havana.
Ash Chat Havana.
Yeah, we just released the first episode on Friday. And that's one of the things we're doing. We're pairing different liquors, beers, whatever it might be, with cigars, and kind of just talking to people in the industry.
It's a cool concept.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean shit. I love drinking and I love cigars and I love hanging out. So the three just kind of came together, you know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And the first one we did was actually with a brand called Rockefeller. We had the owner in, and he recommended Elijah Craig whiskey. To pair with the cigar that we were smoking, and it turned out phenomenal. But yeah, it really depends on the cigar, and I'm horrible with like calling out the pairings and I can't tell you what I'm tasting. Like people will tell you like I'm tasting cocoa and fruit nuts and whatever the fuck, and I can't do that. Like it tastes good or it tastes bad,
right?
You know,
like they're dissecting it like beer, or like wine or something. They're doing the same thing with the cigar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I can't do
right.
it, but certain things, yeah, like I don't know, I taste smoke, like whatever. But I can tell you if it tastes good or bad, you know, like
oh, absolutely.
It's like somebody's fucking skull.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh
no, but yeah, so we're doing kind of the same thing, and that's actually how that whole podcast came about, is because we did the Heavy Drinking podcast at the Cigar Lounge, and we started pairing. Actually, it was Bad Son's beer with certain cigars, and we were like, "Fuck, this could actually be a real thing." But
so
yeah,
I couldn't tell you. The first thing we're gonna do, if Liz makes a road trip, we're gonna do all these things here. So
we might need you to fight zombies. So we will have a bottle of whiskey on hand.
Yeah, there's plenty of zombies in the States even without a pandemic going on. So
right, like
we may need your help. So.
Yeah.
Dave, how are you, man?
Speaking of whiskey, hey Dave.
So for someone that like enjoys a cigar every once in a while, like would you recommend like anything for the novice person that just doesn't really know much, that again, you're kind of in the mood for one, you want to get something?
So I would definitely recommend something a little on the lighter side if you're not smoking all the time. It really depends on your specific tastes. You know what you go to when you do smoke that cigar. It depends on what I would Don't correct me there. Scotch. We know there's differences. We're drunk.
Actually, he's corrected me because I said speaking of whiskey, and then he's a Scotch drinker, but I was like,
no, I appreciate it.
I gotta learn more about hard liquor. No, I don't.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, back to your question, Corey. For someone who's just like an irregular smoker, once a month, once every couple of months or something, I would definitely suggest something like more in the Connecticut shade.
Okay.
Connecticut shade wrappers are going to be a little lighter, but you can find you can find very flavorful cigars that are a little milder and lighter.
Oh, okay.
That still smoke really well and give you a lot of flavors.
Yep.
As opposed to just something like, I don't know, a lot of people go for Ashtons or something like that. That's just a really bland, light smoke that doesn't taste like anything.
Gotcha.
I would probably step you up to something a little more on the medium side, where it's you're still light, but you get a lot of flavor.
Gotcha. Okay.
And, Dave, isn't Connecticut like huge in tobacco, or was at one point?
They're massive.
Oh, really?
I had no idea.
That shocks me.
I learned that at that point. It's huge, Corey. Like,
wow.
Yeah, tobacco. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Connecticut tobacco is probably one of the most sought after leaves for premium cigars. that there are.
When you go in, it's I learned this years ago, Corey. I just when I was more into smoking cigars, and I kept seeing this things come up and connect. So Dave, when you go into a cigar lounge and you're grabbing a cigar, like what would you guess percentage wise out of like the cigars in there that are from Connecticut? The tobacco's from Connecticut.
It would depend. I generally look for something on the stronger side, so a lot of those aren't going to be Connecticut wrappers. So a lot of times you can get what's called Connecticut broadleaf, and that's going to be a heavier wrapper, but it's a little more rare to find. But I would say probably 20% of the cigars in any real cigar retail shop have Connecticut leaf in them.
Wow.
20 to 30%, I would say at least.
Wow.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I had no idea.
I was into it for a while, dude. Like I was smoking cigars for a while, nothing crazy, but and enjoying it. Try to pair it with mostly I wasn't really into the hard liquor or anything, but I would grab like a glass of wine or something, like a red wine or something, sit by the fire. But I just at some point I just started not feeling great when I would smoke, so I kind of haven't done it in a while. But I love the idea of just chilling out with a nice cigar. So
absolutely. Every once in a while for sure.
It's my meditation. It really is. Like I'll sit out on my back deck and just like.
I know. I see it in your post the other day when we tested the link yesterday. And
I was at the lounge yesterday.
It's like, look. I was like, oh, he's having a good time. So.
No, really, it really is my meditation though. Like I'll sit out on my back deck or go down the lounge if it's shitty weather or something, and like it's just there's some kind of release. It's just
there
really is a meditation about it.
And it's almost like the day or the time of day or the moment kind of brings up that for you, where it's like, you know what, it's like it's a nice night or something, and everything kind of jives together. If it's a cool,
especially if it's a nice night and you can sit out on the back deck and like
that's key.
Have a cigar and like a glass of whiskey or something, and just kind of like, because I mean that typical cigar is going to last you an hour and a half. Big one will last you 2 hours, and you can just. Like literally just everything just goes away.
Yeah.
And there's just like, it's such an amazing feeling. And like, I don't know, there's something cool about it.
Damn it. You made it sound good. I'm going to fucking buy some cigars tomorrow.
Dude, listen, come on over. Let's smoke. I got a humidor sitting right here.
Oh, beer fridge, humidor.
Yeah. I got beer fridge, humidor. Like, let's go.
Oh God.
That's awesome, dude. I have typically at the end of these things, Dave, I usually try to relate some thoughts to the crush, kill, destroy mottos and things like that. I mean, there's the motivation with the Crush Corner to promo products and just let people know about ckdclothing.com. And sometimes I'm just having a good time and I kind of forget what I've started and what I'm doing it for. But we try to bring it back to it at the end of it, and I usually try to relate to some kind of idea that is on our T-shirts or stickers or something like that. And the one thing I was thinking of is this. This is a sticker, and I love this one. So obviously, I ripped this off from Life is Good.
Yeah,
and I was.
In case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know.
In case you couldn't figure that part out.
When I put it together and the idea came into my head, I was like, oh yeah, that'd be great. Like, and I know that this is appealing to a lot of outdoorsy people and stuff like that.
My mother has that all over the place.
Yeah, and there's just something about it that I hate, which but I like the idea of it, but I was like, fuck, Life is Good. But and then when I made the sticker, I was like, I don't know if I should put this one out there. And I was messing with it. And then I thought about Nebco and some of the stuff that they had put out, that they got the cease and desist.
Yep.
And I was like, cease and desist, no big deal. Let me get these out there in the meantime. So we're going strong with these stickers. I've sold quite a few. I've given a bunch away. But it just came to my head one day that it was, especially with a lot of things that we've all been through. Obviously, you and the family have had some hardships, and you've just got to put one foot in front of the other and kind of keep moving on. So the sticker, like, people love this thing. It's so funny. Life is not good. It's what you fucking make it. Crush, kill, destroy, and it really is. Like you were saying, Dave. You could kind of go through the day complaining and dragging your feet, or you could just say, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna do what I can and do a good job at it. And
yeah, I mean that's kind of going back to what we we're talking about when my brother passed. Like that was kind of the reason we made the foundations. Like something shitty is gonna happen. If you can make something positive come out of it,
right,
then it's not shitty. Like it is what you make it. Like life is fucking what you make it. Like you could take something shitty and make something positive out of it, and then that shitty thing never dies. Like you have this positive thing that lives on because of it, and
yeah, definitely.
Fuck it all. Like that's what it is, man.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Wait a second.
There you go. Yeah, write that one down.
Fuck it all. All right.
Because I'm sure I'm the first one to put those 3 words in that order.
Metallica song.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it all with fucking no regrets.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Actually, at any given point in the thread of text, I think with these guys too, with Corey and all the guys, I don't know why, it's just maybe where we could be deep in conversation talking about stuff, and that seems to be it seems to sum up the thought of everything, and it doesn't really have an answer. I'm just like, you see what happened in the world and this and this, and I'm just like, fuck it all.
Fuck it. Yeah.
But seriously though, dude, like it really is. It's what you make it. And it's not an easy thing to do. So
it's really not.
The idea of Crush, Kill, Destroy is, and the Crush Corner too, is to bring people on that are doing just that, and relating to other people that are doing that, and holding each other up and kind of just getting through stuff. Obviously, the hammer came down on on the fucking world, which is a crazy thought.
That's
in the last year, and definitely made me look at things a lot differently. And then when you have stuff like yourself, Dave, life stuff, losing your brother and the family dealing with that, that's another thing that just is okay. I need to approach life differently. I need to look at things differently, or you don't have a choice. You are looking at things differently. So
yeah, honestly, that's the turning point in my life where like I knew I had, like, I was already in school for film because of him. And when he passed before he could graduate, like that I knew I just had to keep going. That just had to be my life at that point. Right. Like I was already in school for it. It just, I had to make it happen. So
it's the uncertainty of life that that makes us stop and say, that's just that. It is uncertain. So if I'm gonna decide to do this, I better fucking do it. And it is what we make it. No, and on all levels, that's why I like the idea of Crush, Kill, Destroy. Is relatable from that stuff, the real heavy shit in life, to the things that are everyday things that might not be a big deal to me or someone else, but someone who's doing something, whatever it might be, that is important enough to them, and they're doing it without those ideas holding them back, or the complaints or the misery. If they whatever it is they do, they're just like, I'm gonna keep doing it, and that's what I do, and I'm gonna make good of it. So it's
it's giving it 100 no matter what the fuck you're doing.
100% till death, damn it.
Yeah.
All day, baby.
All day, baby. Awesome, dude. So I want to make sure people, if they want to check out your shiznits going on, especially they can follow you on Instagram.
Yep. That's probably the most central.
You said the website hasn't been updated in a while.
Yeah, so that Instagram is probably where that gets the most love.
The Instagram and Facebook, Heavy Drinking Podcast, you guys are pretty active. Yep. And then there's a lot of episodes if they want to go back and follow or watch some. YouTube, right?
The website,
we have a bunch of stuff on YouTube.
You can get there through the website.
Actually, the website,
podcast.com.
that'll bring you to all sorts of social media stuff, right?
Yeah, that's
I would
got links
say
to everything.
Heavy Drinking Podcast. Definitely check out episode 5. It's classic.
It is. It's great.
That's an early one.
I want to go back. I want to go back and listen to that now, though, like and see like what that was, because I know the show has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Since then.
I remember having a really good time.
Oh, yeah. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
That's for goddamn sure.
Attitude is everything. Oh, I got to write that one down too. Damn
there you go. Sure is.
Awesome, Dave. We're going to do, so we always wind down with our trivia, and I like to give shit away, which I need to, I got to get your, a place to send you some swag, because I got a bunch of stuff I want to send you. But
I mean, I could just come to the shop. I was there the other day for my haircut, so.
And I was home. I was home probably watching.
Actually, literally yesterday, I was there. So.
Oh, it was yesterday. Yeah, that's right. What was I doing? I was. I don't
know. You're usually there I always get my haircut on Fridays. You're usually there. I thought I'd see you.
I had a dude. The world we live in. I had my appointment had messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, man, I got COVID. I can't come in." So,
oh shit.
Yeah, crazy. So Tracy went in instead, and then I was chilling with Andy during the day. So yeah, it's crazy. The world.
I had to get a fresh cut, so I look good for you guys. You know?
Yeah, looking spiffy.
Listen, Mark does a great job, man. He always does my
awesome.
head.
Yeah. We're all looking dapper. All right, so we're gonna do some trivia, bro. But you can't answer these though. They're super easy, but you can't answer them. We could just bullshit while we're
all right.
So everybody out there, a couple people.
Cool idea too, by the way.
Which is thank you. So it's time for Destroy Trivia.
All right, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. I love these fucking like little intros and shit you got. I love it. It's fucking fantastic.
That makes me feel good, dude. Thank you. I work very hard on these things. Dude,
it's fantastic. I love it.
Thank you so much.
All right, go on with your trivia.
So what we're doing tonight is we are doing and you'll appreciate this, Dave.
This is great.
We're doing cigars in movies. So we're gonna do cigars in movie scenes. I got little clips of movies, and you got to guess what the movie is. And a lot of them are, most of them are pretty obvious. I got six questions. I think I am the montage. Dave said I'm the montage master. Well, thank you, Dave. I am the
montage master.
All right, guys. So you guys, these aren't difficult. So nope. It's a matter. I always say it's a matter of being quick, and it's on my end and what I'm seeing. I know sometimes there's a delay with YouTube. Facebook is kind of on point with how quick things come through. But whatever comment I see on my end, that's who's getting some free swag. So trivia number 1, we're going to show a clip with a cigar in the scene of the movie, and you must guess the movie. All right, are you ready for the first clip? Huh? You want to see it, you motherfuckers?
We're ready.
Is that
You even know that Sheffield said he can get you a postponement, eh?
You
said I can't answer, right?
We gotta win.
No, you can't answer.
Did you see it?
It's really okay, Dave. On my end, Jeff got it in a fucking split second. All right. First one. Yeah, Jeff got it. Oh, there was. Oh wait.
No,
hold on.
Looks like Liz.
I take it back. Hold on. No, Liz was on it. She's got a misspelling, but we'll give her to her anyway. Sorry, Jeff. But you know me. I love Scar Dace. I know.
Who was the blonde?
She's drinking beer. Huh?
Who was the blonde?
That was Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, a very young one.
All right, so Liz got that. She's quick, like fire. She's got a typo, but we know she's drinking beer tonight. So
yeah,
we can forgive it.
Jeff,
there you go, Jeff.
Guessed Michelle Pfeiffer. Awesome. Okay, so number 2. Let me make sure I got the right one queued up here. Number 2, cigars and movies. Here we go.
Welcome to Earth. That's what I call a close encounter.
Dude, that I just saw that movie again like the other day. It's so good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, great movie.
I love that. That's what I call a close encounter.
Honestly, I just love fucking Will Smith. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, the dude just, he just doesn't make a bad movie, even when they're bad.
Yeah. Tracy was kind enough not to answer because I could just walk upstairs with something and be like, "Here, I got you. Kill Destroy Mug. Put it next to the other 10 in the cupboard." So Taya got that one. Actually, this is a good point because when I'm doing this stuff, and Corey knows when we get to this point, Dave. Obviously, we've thrown back a couple of beers, and I make notes of like who won stuff.
Really, who?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What'd you say? But and then I told Corey, I was like, I'm like, shit, dude, I wrote down people's names who won trivia and I can't read them. So
dude, that's my notes every day at work.
Wow.
Yeah. I was taking notes in a meeting and I literally went to a coworker and I handed her my pad. And I'm like, I don't know what this says. Can you like just give me your notes? Like,
that's because you didn't have a little nipper in the morning to get rid of this stuff here.
Well, that's probably true.
Gotta get the eyes back in sequence.
Yeah.
All right. And I think I owe Taya something from a while ago. So I apologize if I was slacking on the trivia gifts.
Jim, damn it.
It's the bear. It's the bear.
It's the bear.
It's the bear.
It's the bear.
The bear is keeping you from
the bear making you forget. Liz says she writes doctor on a 3-day mescaline bender.
Wow.
But that might be legible.
I know. That sounds like a classic line from like a maybe like a Quentin Tarantino movie or something. I write like a doctor on a. Oh, you know who I could see saying this? Christopher Walken. I write like a doctor on a 3-day mescaline bender.
And I need more cowbell.
Man, I got mine sitting right over there.
Oh shit! Should have broke it up. Right?
If I had thought about it, it's literally on my piano right there.
Tracy literally does not have a CKD shirt. I mean, it's only like I said before. It's like 13 steps down to the print shop to get one. So,
oh my,
dude, you're the worst.
I should answer to try and get that sweatshirt I ordered months ago. I did a sad. Oh, Dave, I know I did. You're right. It was a sad impersonation. Okay,
yeah.
I'm getting sidetracked here. So let's see. We're on number
3.
Number 3, cigars and movies. This one's super quick and super easy.
He doesn't want to be famous, and I'll make him infamous.
It was short, Dave. You didn't have that much time to run away.
It's all right. He's back.
I thought I had more time.
That was a short one. That was a good one.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Dave?
I don't know if Dave saw it.
Did you see it, Dave?
I saw it start, and I knew what movie it was, and then I thought I had a lot more time, so I went to go get my cowbell.
Shit!
And I realized I didn't have enough time. I was going back and like, shit, they're already back.
Dave said Sick Tracy, which I'm going to steal.
That is not.
In case I come up with a new band, I'm going to steal that.
That's a very cool
Sick
band
Tracy
name.
is a great band name, but it's not the movie.
And it's not.
Taya.
Oh, she got it. Damn it.
She got it.
This is going to be a big. This is going to be a big.
And we got the cowbell.
A big bill for shipping to Canada.
Oh my!
Well, at least everything's going to one location.
Very true.
I'm putting some snacks in.
Some snacks.
Let's see.
Snack it up.
All right. There's one in here. I hope to stump people. I don't know if I'll do it actually, but I'm gonna try. Tell you, I want some chips. Christine said she's kicking ass. Cowbells a booming. I love the end of the night comments. It's a love-hate relationship because my eyeballs are like
The Bears.
The Bears. Okay, number 4.
Yeah, here we go.
Number 4, cigars and movies. Oh.
Yeah, that might stump some people.
Yeah, don't say it.
I'm not saying shit.
Taya Fault's The Munster Massacre. Oh,
Look at Tracy.
Liz got this one. Liz got it.
Oh, look at that.
Tracy.
Dave had a good answer.
I like Dave. You know what? Maybe we'll X-Men. Oh wow, oh, she's getting very specific too. I like the Christine was right behind there, but a little bit late. But I like Dave's. I like Dave. I might have to just. He's gonna get something just for that answer. That was Liz got it.
I don't remember that scene, but
right.
Well, there was a cigar, but it looked a little different than that. Christine's got a tired finger. Come on, Christine.
I'm not. If this was Heavy Drinking Podcast, I would make a joke. But
well, we're almost past the abridged or adult version. We're gonna actually, Corey and I have been talking about this day. We're thinking about doing the Crush Corner after hours, so that's full on, crazy stuff. We're gonna start breaking out the. We got.
Just tell them to put the kids away and
got our Crush Corner outfits that we're gonna start wearing.
That's it, man. We got it all going on now. It's happening,
dude.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get ready.
From a previous episode that you missed, so you got to go back into the archives.
Oh fuck.
So also
tipping point, baby.
The name of the After Hours Crush Corner show, The Tipping Point. I'm going to steal that. Thank you, Dave.
That's fantastic,
what
man.
What the fuck is that? I'm scared. That was
oh my god.
Watching, but that was for Mother's Day. I was going to wear that, but
oh my god.
All right.
Holy crap.
This is probably one of the most fun trivias we've done in a while.
For sure.
Dave, yes.
Wait, are we still
yes. Dave Brown, you need one too? Yeah. Because
I have one.
No, one of these guys?
Oh, I mean, it's similar. It's not the same thing, but
okay. Well,
I'll take one of those too.
There you go.
You're gonna get back out gigging and playing out and stuff. I think you should get one.
Well, that's gonna be my stage.
That's gonna be included in the CKD package that you get in the mail. So
nice.
That's it, man.
If you want, I'll even send mine that I wore once. So.
Oh, that's like extra special.
Extra special.
That's one way of saying it. All right. Number 5, guys. Cigars.
Oh, there's still more.
Cigars in the movie. God damn it. We're doing it live. God damn it.
I feel like I'm like all red now. I've been laughing.
That's what it's all about. All right. Here's the second to last question. Number 5.
Here we go.
Cigars and movies.
Gorilla hand. So why don't you use the regular army? What do you need us for?
Because some damn fool accused you of being the best.
That's a good one.
Some damn fool accused you of being the best.
That's a good one.
There was a split second after that scene. And Arnie says his buddy's name. His name's Dylan. I should have let it play on because if you watch it, when he says God God, is it Carl Weathers? He says,
yeah, it's Carl Weathers. Yep.
He says, his name. He says Dylan. He's like turns. He's like Dylan, but the way Arnie says it, it's really bizarre. He's like smoking cigar, and he's like Dylan, like a little kid. He's like Dylan. Liz got it again.
She did.
Canada is fucking destroying it tonight.
Unbelievable what's going on.
And I just sent Liz something in the mail. It was like 2 days ago, so too bad. I could have beefed it up and sent more. But Dave, you know what? Dave's definitely getting something because the titles he's coming up with.
Predictor.
Yeah, very, very, very close.
Predictor.
I just saw that. I've got Facebook open over here, so like I was seeing that.
Awesome.
Predictor.
Another good band name. What kind of music would this be, Dave? If this was a band, the Predictor, probably like some emo shit, like Jeff.
Yeah, this would be like some new wave, like what 90, 80, like late 80s, 90s new wave, like
what?
Maybe Blue Monday, like
Tracy says,
like Orgy.
Ska might work. Ska core, psychobilly, rockabilly. Predictor. I knew Arnie would tell me I was one ugly.
The Predictor.
He's an ugly motherfucker. Metal Devo.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's the Predictor. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey Tom, what's up?
Tom decides to chime in after fucking
we're
12 hours.
Last 5 minutes of the show. He's like, okay, I'm gonna come on. Metal Devo.
He couldn't show up for our show, but he fucking showed up for this one.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the last question, and I may or may not stump you, but we're gonna try. You guys have been quick to answer all of these, which I kind of expected. But this is our last and final question for our Destroy trivia. Here we go. Cars and movies.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love that scene.
I hope you didn't hear me. Like I started saying it as the clip was ending. I hope no one heard me.
Oh man, they're fired. I'm telling you,
you got to be kidding me.
These guys are fired in at pretty much the same time. Liz got it again, and you know what?
Wow, that's very impressive.
American movies too. They're just like.
And that's an oldie. That's like a 70s, right? Early 70s or something.
That's a staple, man.
Late 60s, actually.
Look at Dave.
I like the way this spelled it. The good, the bad, the bully. And
they're rolling in now, man. We got a
fistful
of nothing.
Debbie does Dallas.
Debbie's back.
Those can actually go together. Fistful of nothing and
Debbie does
Dallas. But Liz is a film nerd. You guys killed it. Magnificent Seven. It's a good guess.
Good movie.
That's a good movie. It's not the right movie, but it's a good movie.
Right.
Tom said it's called Work. Oh, he's talking about getting out of work. That was
like Tom Horse. It's fucking Trader Joe's. It's not work. Stop it.
That was amazing, guys.
I've been drinking since noon.
Yes, you have, and it was actually really cool to jump on and see you guys doing that stuff. It was nice to see some kind of
No, honestly, that was fucking amazing, man. To be at literally, that was the first beer festival since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like that was the first time we were in a group doing like a live thing. Like that was awesome. That was cool to be a part of, and to have it be done at Bad Sons, which at the Heavy Drinking Podcast, we consider that our home brewery.
Yeah, it's a nice, really great facility too, man.
Oh, it's beautiful there.
The facility is amazing. Mark and the staff is fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can't go wrong there. They make fantastic beer. And the event today was incredible. It was great. I don't know if you guys touched on it at all, but like, because I know I was talking with Corey for a little bit there today.
Yeah.
It was fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, if they could have had more people there, it would have been just completely sold out, even no matter how many tickets they sold.
Yeah, I was talking to Mark. I told him, I was like, no matter how many tickets you released, you would have sold that many.
Yep,
like,
for sure.
I mean, within the restrictions that we have and doing stuff, we're basically dipping our toe into normalcy or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's nice to see it happen a little bit, and it can be done. It can be done smart, and it can be done safe. And, we'll see where we go from here. Hopefully we'll be back to our relaxed, freedom that we all
debauchery
maybe have taken for granted for a little.
Yeah, listen, July 16th at Main Street Tavern, we will be celebrating freedom.
Yeah.
So
we got some
road trip. Come on down.
Good.
Come on down from Canada. We welcome you.
Open arms.
Dave is definitely going to be wearing a little devil. What do you call it?
Thong.
Yes.
All right.
I was looking for.
I'm in.
Here we go.
I'm in.
Dave will have it on.
Beautiful.
Listen,
I'm going to go watch.
I have zero shame. I'm good.
Dave Martin's going to be invincible when he eats his first shot tomorrow.
That's how I felt.
See if he grows a flipper. Roger, I look forward to
the devil thongs.
Yeah, it was awesome. Dave, thank you so much for taking time and talking with us.
Cheers, man.
Thank you guys, man.
It was so awesome. Get you on the other side of things. And like I said, we covered a lot of stuff, which is great. And I probably could have kept talking because it's been a while since we sat, even though we're in kind of thing with the virtual stuff and technology. It was awesome to hang out and stuff, regardless. And I appreciate you opening up about a lot of stuff and talking about shit and keeping it real. And I look forward to hanging out in real time.
Dude, I'm telling you, this has been fantastic. I hate being interviewed. I hate being on the other side of the camera, but this has been fun. No, seriously, like, this big conversation. It's been fun. Yeah. It hasn't felt like an interview, like, it hasn't felt stressful at all. And
good.
I applaud you guys. This has been fucking fantastic. And I had a great time.
Thank you, sir.
Everything I did tonight, I learned from Dave Brown. He showed me the way. I observed him. I followed him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe not the drinking. I learned that on my own week.
I was gonna say I learned that from you.
That's good. I'm glad to know you're watching your elders and paying attention. Everybody chimed in tonight and made it even more fun and hilarious. I thank you so much. Episode number 27.
Thanks, everybody.
It's been awesome, and I can't believe we are this far along with episodes. And I can't wait to do more with everyone joining in. So cheers to you all. Cheers to Dave for taking time to hang out with us.
Cheers, guys.
Absolutely.
And tonight's episode, this goes out to you, Dave, your family, and especially to Tony's memory. Cheers.
Cheers.
I appreciate that.